Everyone is asking me about should I set up an AI agent for my business? And honestly, for most coaches and course creators, that's a wrong question because you are asking about hiring an AI employee when in reality your business is leaking leads through 10 holes, which can be fixed very easily by simple automations in an afternoon. Hi, this is Suvina, and in this video, I will show you 10 automations you should set up in your business before even thinking about setting up an AI agent. So let's begin. So here's the rule. If you have a process which is predictable and rule-based and repetitive and it is like sending reminders, then you have automations. And if you want a process where you need judgment, context building, or some decision making, or some quality of the lead needs to be decided and then the next step has to be decided, then you build an AI agent. Basically, automation is like working on your plumbing issues, fixing all the leaks so that whatever leads you are getting in your business, they are not leaking and you're not wasting money. And then AI agent is like having a brain on that business, right? So the first automation is very simple and straightforward, is like capturing a lead into a CRM. Okay, it should not be like someone is filling up a form and then that detail is just simply getting added into a spreadsheet, because that is like a very expensive spreadsheet because you're paying for all those leads. So do not waste them. All the details should be added into a CRM, and appropriate tags needs to be added so that next steps can be decided on the basis of those tags. Then next is when a new lead is added, especially in a business like a real estate or some one-on-one coachings, you need to be notified, or any specific person or a concerned person needs to be notified. It's like speed to lead is everything. When you are finding about leads, when you check your email around at night 9 p.m., you have already lost them. So it is very important that if someone fills up a lead, the concerned person gets notified via email or SMS. The next automation is, suppose if someone is downloaded your lead magnet and then there is nothing, like there is no follow-up, then that lead is lost, right? So you need to add a follow-up system if someone downloads your lead by providing their email and name and contact. It's very important because that downloading a lead magnet is not like the end of the conversation, it is basically the beginning of conversation. Then the fourth automation is appointment booking, then followed by reminders. If your business is based on appointments and you want your clients to show up, this is very important because no show is not a client's problem, it is basically a reminders problem. If someone books an appointment, they need to be sent reminders immediately after booking the appointment. That's like a confirmation email, and then reminders set up at the distance of 24 hours, 1 hour, or maybe 15 minutes. Then fifth appointment is like no show and then rebook. Suppose if someone books an appointment and then they don't show up, it is your responsibility to set up an appointment for missed appointments so that an email or any SMS can be sent to that person with the rebooking email, because it's not like, someone just books an appointment and everyone will show up. 50% of the people might not show up even after you setting up reminders. So set up this appointment of rebooking if any appointment is missed. Then sixth automation is new customer followed by onboarding, because please understand that if someone has paid you money, they are in that feeling of peak excitement or of peak buyer's remorse, right? So if they get an email from your end about everything, all the next steps and what to expect, they will be happy. And if they don't receive anything from your end, they might feel scammed, and you don't want that. Then seventh automation is whenever someone pays you, they should be receiving a receipt, and that receipt should be sent to them automatically. It should not be like you're sending them receipt manually, or maybe they are emailing you about the receipt and then you are emailing them. It should not be like that, and it only makes you look more professional and more committed to your own clients. Then eighth automation is no response followed by a follow-up, because if you are following up with someone manually, you will start feeling awkward after like 2 trial or 3 trial. But if you have set up follow-ups in a system, it can follow up with your clients without feeling awkward. So don't worry and set up these automations, because most of the clients who don't respond may convert after a 5th follow-up. So please remember that money is in the follower. Then ninth automation is about form filled and then the internal team is notified. It is very important that if someone has filled the form, that concerned person is notified immediately and then the next steps are taken. It should not be like someone is getting to know about their task after like 3 days or 4 days, because whenever someone fills the form, they need to be addressed immediately. Then the 10th automation is about purchase. Like if someone is purchased your product, transfer them to a different segment of the emails, like from the sales sequence, transfer them to the customer sequence, because they have already bought your product and now they are your customers. So you don't want to send them emails which are basically targeting your prospects or the people who have not bought from you. This only adds the professionalism and you look like you really care about the customers, and it also avoids the confusion amongst the people who have already bought your product. So in all of these automations that I just showed you, the results were same. These are the conditions of if and then, and there is no decision making required from any AI model. So thank you for watching this video and see you in the next one.